Well, hey, my name is Ryan Earnhardt from CreativeSoundLab.tv, where audio recording is an art form. Well, today is a continuation of last week's episode. Last week we talked about the gain staging of the amp and cabinet resonance, and then we're going to actually add something to that, which is speaker coloration. Now, there's tons of different debates on what is the best speaker and what is the best really, but I'm just going to be showing you a couple different things that I do on a regular basis to kind of modify my guitar tone with the speaker, and also just talk a little bit about how I gain stage, what to kind of listen for when I'm involving that speaker. So, it's not completely separate from the gain staging. A lot of the speaker coloration kind of sneaks in there and you don't know that it's happening. But I have an amp that you can switch between the speakers, and just to kind of show you a little bit of some of the basics of what the speaker is doing to the guitar tone. Now, all the tracks are available that I'm using today. They're going to be available for download if you'd like to add them to the set that you've been downloading so far. And we're going to have kind of a mix-off, mix review and comparison, a discussion over at CreativeSoundLab.tv, where you can give me feedback on my mix and I can give you feedback on yours. So far, there's no drums yet, so I'm giving you the opportunity to being really the producer here. So you can be adding some drums to this. I want to make sure that the tempo and the click tracks are present in all the tracks. So you can be adding drums, you can be adding bass, and you can distort the vocal for all I care. So literally, the artist has given us permission to do whatever we want to these tracks, just to have fun with them for the purpose of education and learning. So today is really about the speaker coloration. Let's get started. Okay, so we have a couple different amps here. This is a 6150 Gretsch Valco, somewhere in the 1960s. Pretty old amp, very basic amp. Very much like the Fender Champ, but the Gretsch version of it. Depending on which speaker I have plugged in is which speaker we hear. So right now I have the right speaker and this is the left speaker. We can basically have a kind of a demo of the different tones that we get with a different speaker. This amp here has a master volume and a preamp stage, so we can separate out what it sounds like with somewhat cleanish tones to be driving the speaker extra hard, and what it sounds like to not be driving that hard. Now, of course, the cabinet resonance is going to be present. It's really hard to separate out all the different elements of guitar amp tone. You have the overdrive, the cabinet resonance, the speaker flavor, and so we're not going to really be able to separate out the speaker coloration from the resonance of the cabinet. And I'm not gonna completely rip apart my amps to switch around cabinets, but we can hear the difference between two speakers, and we can also hear the difference between really getting the speaker and the cabinet excited, and then kind of softening it down. Now I'm going to gain match everything when we go to this one, so that really it'll just be a matter of the difference of tone, not volume. Let's check it out and see what it sounds like. Okay, so that was a little bit about what I do on a daily basis when getting guitar tones, trying to really navigate, okay, what am I going for? And it does take a lot of listening. You have to listen, you have to get your ears used to this stuff. It's not gonna come overnight. In fact, I'm not natively a guitarist. My first instrument was drums, so I'm coming at this from a different perspective, almost like some of you are a guitarist and trying to learn how to record drums, and there's so many different idiosyncrasies. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode. If you think I'm missing something, let me know. I'm here to learn from you guys too. So don't forget the tracks. If you'd like to download them, feel free to download them and join me over at creativesoundlab.tv. I'll see you next week.